During the previous forum, we talked a lot about creative quarters in Riga, because that's a wonderful trend which started in Riga, and now this year after the forum, it has been continuing. The Association of Riga the creative quarters has been associated and in cooperation with Stalin, for instance. They have submitted to a European project also one program, and we hope that we will achieve what will get funding for implementation of that program, and therefore it will be very interesting for us to listen to the father of the European Cultural Capital Cities Cooperation Father. Everybody is calling him like that, but nobody's been electing him into this position. But that's Ulrich Fuchs, who comes from Marseille-Provence.
Working, but yes, there were no elections, so that is a question mark.
Even the Pope is elected, so should change it. Well, you saw that I can't tell you about a program or a project which already succeeded, as it was the case in the European Capitals of Culture, which were presented up to now. I just will cite at the end of my presentation of my little speech one project which we could realize in Linz in 2009, but I can only speak about plans for next year. And you understood that these neighborhood projects involving people in cultural projects, as they were presented now in the last 5 or 6 presentations, they are very particular for every city, a bit different. Nevertheless, they have the same aims and the same successes also when they really are a success to involve people in cultural processes. So we will do that in a way, or what we plan also in Marseille. I won't repeat that what you just learned about that, but perhaps a little difference in a way, or new approach, another approach, which we will try in Marseille in 2013, and not only in Marseille, but in Marseille and the territory, because it's, as Ruhr 2010, it's a 1.9 million inhabitants territory, with Marseille as the center and the focus, 1 million, and then with a rather large territory between Arles and Aubagne, which is about 150 kilometers, so rather ambitious as a regional project. The point is that we decided to integrate the cultural projects in existing urban development projects. So we looked where in Marseille, exactly at 6 places we decided, and where in the territory, 8 places we decided, are big urban renovation projects going on. And then we tried to link the project ideas of neighborhood project, participatory projects, to this urban renovation. Why so? Because it gave us the possibility to invite artists from an international point of view, artists from Europe and from the Mediterranean countries, to intervene artistically in these renovation projects and to integrate the inhabitants of these quarters in this renovation process, and also to benefit from the money which the urban development department of the cities or the territories are investing in these renovations. So we tried to link culture to the urban development process. What you see here, for example, is one of, meanwhile, not 10, but 14 examples, with a rather important budget, relatively. About 15% of our program budget is dedicated to these creative quarters. What happened is that we could benefit as well from a part of the money that other departments of the city are investing. So we could convince to realize this project that, for example, the Department of Urban Development dedicated a part of their budget to the cultural intervention with artists. You will find this, I won't go into details, also examples for these 14 so-called creative quarters, quartiers créatifs, just on our website, which has had its relaunch today at 3 o'clock. It's in English and in French, and you can go in detail to every of these 14 quartiers créatifs, have the name of the artists intervening and so on. Another particularity or specificity of these projects is that you have, of course, to plan them before the European Capital of Culture starts. So these processes are going on since 2010, 2011, 2012. Some started at the end of 2011, during 2012. And then the results of this intervention will be seen in the European Capital Program in 2013. So it's a long-term process. Some of them will not end in the year 2013, but will go on in 2014 and 15. And part of the results will be part of the program in 2013. So it has been something which has a long-term planning and therefore sometimes a bit difficult. I have the privilege to show you now another example from another European Capital of Culture, as I was also responsible for Linz. I will try to get this on the website. So you see a project which was realized in Linz in 2009, from June to September, a building called Bellevue, a yellow house, which was a temporary architectural intervention in the city, in 2 quarters of the city which are not very well off, and where the motorway was constructed and created a sort of platform existing. And these architects created this house. I will show you some small photos of that. And that was a sort of platform for intervention of everything. There were ateliers of kitchen, atelier de cuisine. There were possibilities for inhabitants to create their gardening. There were music shows. And it was a platform for a local culture. See only some pictures and have a look at it when you are more interested, go in details, because the website is still existing. But that was part of a rather successful intervention in the public space in 2009. Thank you.